friends, this is Anna from the Faithful Dove Tarot. We're here with the Sunday Zodiac Quickie. We're just taking a look to see what the second week of December holds for you. This is a general, so if it resonates with you, great. If not, maybe that's okay too. And we will also be looking in the extended. So extended is for free subscribers at specific signs called upon during this reading. How I work is I am an empath. I do get some visions, usually only when it's super important. People have asked me if I'm a medium. No, I do not consider myself a medium. I do not contact the dead all the time on command or anything. I do get messages from loved ones when it's super important. Like my mom, she'll always appear to me when I'm doing something stupid or risky. So I have to tell you some stories. And I picked the green crystal. These are obviously not the real thing, but they do have energies in them. The green crystal symbolizes the beauty of life, abundance of nature, and energies of nature. This crystal has the ability to encourage balance, growth, harmony, and learning for you. Whatever I get here, I send through. Let's take a look. Oh, by the way, if you haven't, subscribe now so you can get that extended. Sometimes we get very, very important messages come through. All right, let's take a look. Spirit, we want to thank you for everything that you do for us and protection of us, even when we don't realize we're being protected. And I know that balance, delegation, and harmony are the theme for the month of December. What for the second week of December should we be looking out for? We will also be including a yes or no card for your deepest yes or no answer, like the question that's on your mind, that's a yes or no. Okay. Choosing your path. All is possible. Reaching your destination. And healing. Wow, okay. This is somebody who deep down you know that all is possible. You're having a little bit of a self-doubt issue. And it's just telling you that you don't have to worry. You are definitely on the right path. Again, Spirit also says you going forwards is always the right path. Even if you have two paths to choose from in front of you. Okay, if you go back or sideways, that's not what your spirit guides in the universe want. So always keep that in mind when you're choosing something. Is it going forwards or is it going backwards or sideways? If it's going forwards, it doesn't matter. You have choices in life. You have alternate choices in life. Whatever you choose, you're going to be learning from, because we are learning forever. All right. It also says that somebody has newly just had an epiphany about their life and is healing. And there's someone in your life that is a healer that has helped you. You don't necessarily, if you think about it, you felt better after speaking to them, but you're not really, you didn't really put two and two together as them being a healer. But they're the person that you always go to. And it says also that you have a little bit of a healer in you. Well, you can't just have a little bit. You have a little bit awakening. You need to be looking into that. Okay? Part of this with dealing with the stress in your life right now is letting go of the past, letting go of the future, and dealing with the here and now, living in the present, because someone out there is still basing today on yesterday, or what's not happening tomorrow. Well, you can't really go off of what's not happening tomorrow. Tomorrow hasn't happened yet. Even if it doesn't look like it's going to happen, your dreams do come true. They come true in divine timing. Again, that like I said, this talks about the fork in the road. As long as you're going forwards, not sideways and backwards, you are fine. Everything is going to turn out great for you. Happy, happy, happy. You just have to believe in yourself and give yourself a chance. See, look at this. We got a yes card. We got there are signs and you need to be looking for them. And we got that you need to trust in yourself. There's someone who's making a big change which has an emotional impact on them. If you are the one, please trust yourself, your inner core happiness. Go to my video, Area 51, how to get to the core issue in 2 questions. It works. I did it last night. Me and my boyfriend have had some tough times happen. Let's just say he's got a stalker ex. And he did not tell me this, and for the past 7 years she's been stalking, and she found out that he and I were back together, and she decided to stalk me, send me old pictures of him, and try to say that they were hooking up. Well, okay, first of all, it was an old picture. Second of all, she contradicted herself several times. And third of all, things didn't add up because basically he was with me when she said he was with her. So let's just say they're going around, and this time of year brings the crazy out in people. It's sad that people can't just chill out, but it happens. So if you're dealing with something like that, remember to keep your head about you. Remember to always be balanced, and remember to pay attention to the details. Somebody else is dealing with this, and that's why I'm telling you. And it's caused a rift in your relationship because there's a lack of trust there. Okay? Any time something like this happens, it shocks your system, especially when things are going amazingly well. So, allow yourself to be shocked, allow yourself to be upset. Just make sure that you're paying attention to what was sent to you. I am going to be making a video because of this person and how many changes Facebook has made, and every time they update, I cannot seem to get my privacy settings back, and I have to figure it out, find out where they are. So this time of year, with all the scammers and stalker psychos, I want to show you how to make it so that even if you have a friend on your list or a friend's friend that got hacked, they can't get into your friends list and be contacting your friends. Okay, I want to also show you in this video. Oh, please, they have separated this. You can't just go in and go no requests for the Facebook Messenger. But I'm going to show you where to go and how to set your settings so that you can not be getting these crazy scammer requests and messages. So just give me a couple days. Pay attention for that. We're also going to be doing what's called the blind spot. I'm going to lay out 4 cards with 4 objects on top of them, and you're going to pick one that you resonate with. When you do that, you're going to learn what could be, what most likely is, and let me tell you, this is accurate too. I'm going to read directly from Teal Swan's The Blind Spot, and whatever resonates with you, that is a blind spot. Okay, remember there's several different ways to have blind spots to situations. Sometimes it's you're not ignoring it, you're looking, you're paying attention, but you're missing it still. That's what the blind spot does. It's an eye-opener. So be looking for that video as well. It's going to be a pick a card. Back to this reading. You will reap what you have sown. If you've been a good person making good choices, remember, do not make choices based on vengeance or pain or emotions. If you've been making good choices, if you've been planting good seeds, it's going to come back to you no matter what is in your life that is trying to stop it. And remember, I learned a long time ago, and I need to keep practicing this, that when something really great is happening, especially if it's about to happen and it's super awesome, like everything you've ever wanted, there will be things thrown in your way to try to make you miss it. I don't know. Some people believe in the devil, some people don't. I say, you know what? This has happened every time. Every time I am completely happy with no questions. Every time there's about to be something that's happening that I don't realize that's really positive, something gets thrown in the mix that makes it that makes me distracted. And what you need to do during those times is just say, "Okay, thank you, underworld. Thank you, devil. You just told me something wonderful is going to be happening. I appreciate that. Now go back to H double hockey sticks where you belong." And my favorite saying is, because I said in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, and you have to, or God is going to kick your butt. So just remember that you do have the right to. Um, it's always a sign. It always is, and we can't see it. The biggest problem is ourselves, though. We limit ourselves. We limit what we can have. We don't realize we can have so much more. We don't realize we can feel so much more, and we get stuck on one person or one situation instead of allowing the universe to bring us into our true um, gems and gifts. Think about that. All right, let's look at another teacup. You are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Well, there you go. There you have it. Look at this. All is possible. Just trust. Everything's working out. Happy. You're on the right path. Just keep moving forwards. And finally, let's get an advice card here from our ancestors. Follow the voice of your soul. What does your inner self want? Your inner self knows what's best for you. Our physical being is a vessel. Yes, we need to take care of it. Yes, we need to honor it. But at the same time, we need to listen to our inner self. Our inner self can see and experience things above our earthly plane, that they can see the big picture. And we need to be doing more of that. We need to be accessing that more when we make decisions. Okay? And I'm telling you, sometimes it takes a while. You ask for an answer, you're going to get it, but it takes for a while. And you don't do anything until you get that answer. And you don't do anything until you feel that that answer is the right one. I learned this the hard way. I was a very impulsive young person, and basically until still I have trouble with my will. If you're struggling with something, you're using your will, you're not using your higher self, and that's how you know. Okay, because you wouldn't be struggling. So I'm not saying you wouldn't have a little fear, because people fear in faith, but you know how that goes. So, okay, now, whatever your question is for the second week, for this second week of December, whatever your yes or no question is that's most pressing on your mind is no. The answer to it is no. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to take a minute and we're going to look at our hidden blind spot card. I'm going to do one blind spot card because the guides are telling me that someone has a blind spot they are not seeing. So if this resonated with you, or the blind spot, just think about it. This is not the blind spot. Pick a card. This is just a blind spot that I do to help y'all out. So give me just a minute. Your blind spot number is 35. Let's see what 35 has to say. If you got 35, what you do not see clearly is your desperation, or what the desperation has caused or is causing you to line up with. Desperation is the cover emotion for despair. I want you to imagine that a tsunami hits and a woman's child is carried away by the water much faster than she will ever be able to save him. At that moment, she cannot accept the reality of loss. She is in an immediate place of despair, which is utter and complete hopelessness and powerless to prevent something from happening, and she cannot deal with it or doesn't even know if she wants to survive what just happened herself. She is in such a place of despair that a survival mechanism quickly converts that despair into desperation. She will avoid that hopeless, powerlessness by doing literally anything she can without limit to try to recover her child. This is the energy of desperation. Um, I just want to say that this book tends to go far fetched, so this is an example. Obviously, if our child is swept away, parents are going to do whatever they can to save their child, and they don't care about their own life at that point. That is part of who we are. Okay, but in life, in areas of life other than life or death situations, allowing despair to take control of you, it takes control of your brain. It blocks your higher spirit. It blocks your soul. It blocks everything from helping you see the truth and see the answers. So this all goes into your human will as well. Like I said, if you are struggling with someone or something and you cannot stop yourself, you think you have to keep going and you're like you're struggling, anything, you are fighting with with your will. In other words, your will has taken over. Human will, comment if you agree. Human will is a pain in the butt. I know that I believe in God, and I know that God and Buddha and everybody, all the good ones, want us to believe in them wholeheartedly by choice. But I think we were given a little bit too much because we do such crazy, sometimes even stupid things, and we don't we have trouble trying to control that will and allowing things to happen naturally. Now, in the age of technology, with the computers and the instant answers, we've become less patient. We want everything right now. We want everything yesterday, and there are still things beyond our control that we need to wait for. Um, for instance, I've reached out several times to a service that I need their assistance, and they have not contacted me back in 2 weeks. Okay. They're the only service for what I need, so I'm kind of stuck, and I can't. I'm at the point of despair because about a month ago, a little over a month ago, the basement window in the old place hit my arm. It came off track and hit my arm, and I twisted my arm. I already had double carpal tunnel syndrome, and what happened was, I guess I twisted those muscles up, and it's just been getting worse, and it's been increasingly hard to type, to hold things, and so finding affordable services is incredibly difficult. And let's just say I'm getting to the point where I'm feeling desperate. But I have to remember that there are other ways, and I have to look for other ways. Maybe this is not the way that I'm supposed to go. Okay, maybe there's another way. And yes, I've tried calling their 1-800 number because the person that's supposed to help me is working from home and doesn't call me back. So it's ridiculous. Anyway, so just think about that. Make sure whatever you're doing, you're not doing it out of despair or desperation. You're doing it, you're able to, in the tough times, rebalance yourself. Self-talk is huge. I promote self-talk. I do self-talk all the time for myself. And you don't want despair to block all the good things from coming in. You don't want despair to actually hinder what you're trying to do or reverse the good that has been done. So try to ground yourself and make sure that you're not fighting with your will. Okay? If you search long and hard enough, there are advocates, there are things out there that and other places that can get through when you cannot. So um, just focus on that. Okay, now the signs that pulled up for the extended that I will be looking at are Pisces, Capricorn, Taurus, Cancer, and Leo. Okay, you might be seeing this on a Friday, or what the heck day is it? Oh, it's only Wednesday. That's okay. It's still meant for next week. The cool thing about the guides are they can post these at any moment. So sometimes I wake up and I feel channeling coming on, and I channel, and so sometimes, even though they're posted for next week, they're called Sunday Zodiac Quickies because it's a quick thing for next week. It's amazing because I can get information further ahead. Anyways, I'm running on. So I want to thank you for being with me today. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. It's very important that you like my video, subscribe, and share, because especially on the front end, I only the front end numbers count. I actually have over 170 subscribers, but they are only counting the number that they put on the front end. So, which really makes me mad. It's their algorithm issue and they won't fix it. So I need people to actually subscribe. I need you to help me get me up in the search engines by actually watching the videos and liking them. The more people that do that, it shows up in the search more. Alrighty, have a wonderful week, guys. Bye.